and welcome back to Widener News. I'm your host, Danielle Cardona.
And I'm your co-host, Mike Inglace.
Congratulations to all of those who participated in Greek Recruitment Week and were selected to become a member of Greek Life. We wish you the best in your new member process, and Greek Life is a great experience to have here at Widener.
Another week-long event that is coming up is Community Week. This is a new event that was created by the Office of Civic Engagement in order for students to learn more about our city, Chester, and to get involved. Activities will be held from February 8th through February 12th. Some examples include the volunteer fair, supporting local businesses, and breaking stereotypes. The week ends with a trip to Chester's grocery store, Fair and Square, where Widener students will receive discounts. So if you want to get involved or even need to do a bit of grocery shopping, check out Community Week.
I don't know about the rest of the student body, but here at WU TV, we have been hearing a lot about the Flint, Michigan crisis through recent media coverage. For those of you who haven't heard of it, a scandal has been coming forth involving government negligence and harmful levels of lead in the community's water supply. Let's see what some students and faculty have to say about the issue.
All I can tell you about this situation, I saw a picture on Tumblr of a bathtub and their water was running so ridiculously dirty it looks like mud.
The city of Flint decided at some point to switch water supply. Instead of buying it from Detroit, they're going to get it from the Flint River. It was going on for at least a year. So let's back up and talk about the science behind the issue. When they pulled the water from the Flint River, it turns out that the chemistry of the water was such that it had a low pH and it was corrosive to metallic pipes. The water distribution system in Flint had a lot of lead pipes in it, and the water was able to attack the pipes and leach out the lead ion into solution. So now the water is traveling through the distribution system and it's generating more and more lead that was dissolved in the water. The EPA safe level is about 15 parts per billion, and they were testing it at 13,000. We're talking completely unsafe and hazardous to human health. All right, so we're looking at somewhere between 6,000 to 12,000 children have been affected by this contamination of that society by government officials. They knew about it. They let it go on for an entire year.
That's terrible. I don't understand why it's not like a bigger issue where someone's stepping in and being like, excuse me, you're going to kill these children.
During that year, the state officials were actually supplying bottled water to their own employees who were working in the state buildings rather than drinking it from the fountain. One of the worst scenarios that we've had since we've had environmental regulations in place.
Well, that sure is a disappointing turn of events at Flint. Let's all hope the appropriate legal and sanitary options are taken, and we here in Chester extend our sincerity to the Flint community.
The Lone Brick Theater Company performed their play Getting Out this past weekend, and they did an amazing job. Be sure to check out their future performances here on campus.
Talking about Widener Pride, how did our sports teams kick off the semester, Matt?
Well, Danielle, it was certainly an interesting week for the Pride. In what was a tough battle, the Widener Pride men's basketball team came up short against Lycoming on January 30th. It took an overtime period, but Lycoming came up on top as they won 70-63. Standout for the Pride that night was junior Kendall Green, who scored 21 points as well as adding 7 rebounds and 7 assists. The men's team will take on Lebanon Valley on February 3rd, which will be available via YouTube. Also, congrats to Kendall Green on winning the Sam Cozen Player of the Week award. Despite a wonderful performance, the Widener Pride women's basketball team also fell short to Lycoming as they lost 70-65. Sophomore Nikki Petrie scored 12 points and went 5 for 5 from the field. She wasn't the only girl who scored double digits, as Allison Gallagher scored 11 points and Julia Venturelli scored 10 points. The women's team will also take on Lebanon Valley and can also be seen on YouTube. Back to you guys.
It's only the beginning, and I'm sure our teams will pick up their momentum.
Earlier this week, our own comms professor, Amy Franzini, gave a speech titled Collaborative Learning, Group Work, and Team Projects, a survival guide. Let's check out how it went.
Like you, I am very much looking forward to her lecture. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Amy Franzini.
Thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Woolman, and welcome to Widener, and welcome to all of you, my fellow members of the Widener community.
Dr. Amy Franzini, Associate Professor and Chair of Communication Studies, recently delivered a President's Lecture on group work.
Many of us feel like Mr. Grumpy Cat here, right? That we have been let down in the process of working with our groups. But really, there is benefits from working in groups. So
Dr. Frangini suggests that students involved in group work develop higher-level thinking, oral communication, self-management and leadership skills, and they also understand and appreciate diverse perspectives, experience boosts in self-esteem, and prepare for real-world work experiences, especially by learning to play well with others. Franzini suggested that faculty have students create a contract as a group so that all members know what is expected of them up front regarding not only workload, but also how the group will communicate. Also recurrently, instructors should have the group participants rate each other. Franzini uses a rubric that asks the students to rate their peers based on 5 categories: deadlines, preparation, contribution, attitude, and consideration.
Congrats to Professor Franzini on her awesome presentation. We hope to see the research that she did applied to Widener.
Group work is very important. Widener Communications has something that really shows off the idea of teamwork that even you can get involved in. Woo Productions is made up of 2 clubs, Woo TV and Woo Films. Within these clubs, you can participate in the process of film and TV production while learning the ins and outs of all the equipment, facilities, and software used. Come join us. We are open to all majors and encourage everyone to bring their own sense of ideas and sense of creativity. For more information about either club or on how to get involved, you can contact Anna Roman at the information below.
The Widener PAC is really feeling the love. From February 8th to the 14th, PAC is having their Valentine's Week where they will be hosting a variety of events like paint nights, bingo, and even romantic movie marathons. Taken or single, everyone is welcome to all the events. For more information and exact dates and times, check out the Widener calendar located on Campus Cruiser.
On that sweet note, that's all we have for you today. Bringing you the latest on news updates and events, Widener News is here for you. I'm your host, Danielle Cardona.
And I'm your co-host, Mike Inglace. Thanks for tuning in and see you next time.